I'm trying to get the Demon Slayer 2 Platinum. There's only one problem. I can't see what the trophies are. If you didn't know, when you get a review code for a game like I did, you can unlock trophies, but you can't see the trophy list until the game comes out. And I was playing this a week before release. And so, going in completely blind, I started with story mode, and soon enough, first trophy, the path we thread. Complete the prologue. I knew it. Story mode was definitely the way to go, so I moved on to chapter 1, infiltrating the entertainment district. And after successfully sniffing around with Inosuke and playing the shamisen with Zenitsu, we beat the chapter. There it is, infiltrating the entertainment. Wait, C rank? Why did I get a C rank? Oh, the minigame has 2 more difficulties, okay. And turns out, getting an S rank on advanced difficulty was also a trophy. At this point, it was clear that each chapter was gonna give me a trophy, so we fight Daki to clear chapter 2 and finish both of the siblings off for chapter 3. I'm pretty sure getting S ranks on all chapters is also gonna be its own trophy, but we'll clean up story mode after we're done. We have our first interlude now, where we can run around the Butterfly Mansion and do some side missions with Tengen's wives as well as Shinobu, and whenever we're ready to move on to the next chapter, we get Tanjiro's recovery. Now, the next arc is the Swordsmith Village, and it is 4 chapters long. You get chapter 4 after defeating Yoriichi Type 0, chapter 5 is completed after defeating Gyoko, chapter 6 after you defeat the emotions, and chapter 7 after one of CyberConnect 2's best cutscenes, giving the end of this arc the treatment it actually deserved. Oh my god, bro, that was so good. Why am I tearing up like I just watched this for the first time? Damn. I could definitely use a break. Good thing it's time for another interlude, which I completed with only a C rank since I missed 2 whole side quests, but even after completing those, I only upgraded to an A rank. Sounds like we'll have to come back here to get the big S rank score, because right now it's time to start the final arc of story mode, the Hashira Training, where we begin by clearing out this abandoned castle of all of its demons using Sanami and Obanai, quickly getting battle at the abandoned castle. And as I was working on my next chapter on my way to the Stone Hashira Training, I ran into this demon slayer who wants some fish for a side quest. I spotted some fish in the river, picked them up, brought them back when suddenly, oh, a helpful hand. Clear every subquest. Oh, we're done with side quests. We got them all. Nice. And from there, you get to the Stone Hashira Training and finally queue for the final boss fight, rolling credits and completing the final chapter. That was the best story mode they have ever done. That was incredible, man. Obtain every memory fragment. Let's go on the first run. Look at that. Now, let's get all those S ranks. For the entertainment district, I was missing S ranks on Tengen vs Gyutaro, as well as the final battles against Taki and Gyutaro again. Thing is, I now had way better gear than I did before, so I ended up getting these first try. That's the entertainment district done, and every time you play with a character, you also level up their mastery. It's kind of an experience bar with each character, which led to me unlocking a discovered affinity at this moment. Improve mastery of 5 characters to at least 5. Oh, there's mastery trophies. And I bet this isn't the last one. I was right, but it was gonna take a while to get 35 characters to Mastery 5, so more on that later. Swordsmith Village was going well, even though I was failing some quick time events, I was still getting those S ranks, until I got to Genya versus Aizetsu. A rank? Dude, Genya is so hard. And that's when I realized I was using my brain too much. I should just turn it off and spam away. There we go, that worked. Swordsmith Village, S rank, done. Things went super smoothly afterwards. Interlude got done first try, most of the Hashira Training as well, with the Stone Hashira minigames on Intermediate and Advanced, and after beating the Advanced version, we actually get a trophy called a Strong Core. Somehow, this was way easier than Kanroji's Flexibility Training. I got a B on Beginner and A on Intermediate. The harder it gets, the better I am. I got S rank first try on Advanced, bro. You can't make this up. Can't like reflexes. There it is. Still gotta get the other S ranks though. And after literally taking off my headphones and using only the visual cues, I ended up doing them first try. The music just felt off for me, which for a rhythm minigame is probably a bad thing. But that updates the Hashira Training to S rank, which means all chapters rank S. Let's go! I think that wraps up story mode, but I actually have no idea. Well, there are some other offline modes we could probably clear, and those also have trophies. So let's go for Path of the Demon Slayer first, which has 2 trophies for beating all of its bosses in each difficulty. Unfortunately, this mode was pretty disappointing. Wait, this isn't the boss fight? This is just a CPU battle. Dude, the first game had some incredible boss fights. I thought that's what this game mode was, but no. This is just a CPU with more health. That's disappointing. Normal difficulty was super easy to clear, and that unlocked hard mode where you gotta do all the fights again. I'm not gonna lie though, a few of these bosses gave me some trouble. Rui, Enmu, and Akaza all took multiple tries. Not to simply defeat, that would be easy, but to actually clear them with S ranks. So even though I was pretty disappointed with this game mode overall, I do appreciate the difficulty level they gave these CPUs. I mean, they go absolutely insane. What a parry, bro. What? These CPUs are insane! But eventually we got it done, which unlocked Trials Prevailed. I never want to see this game mode again. Little did I know, I was about to start the biggest grind this game has to offer. It's time for the training paths. This is where you select a Hashira to train under, and it gives you this arcade ladder you have to play through to defeat them by the end of it. And each Hashira has 3 difficulties. 3 times 9, that is 27 arcade ladders you gotta clear. Yep, for motivation, the game gives you a trophy the first time you clear it. The first step. The first step of many, I bet. And that's it. No more trophies until you clear every route on every difficulty. I knew this was going to be boring as hell, so after clearing all 3 of Yu's paths, I decided to pay my first visit to the game's shop, and I noticed just how much stuff there is. As soon as I made my first purchase, I got first time shopper, and I decided to keep buying out all the gear because maybe I could optimize my build to make the training paths go faster. And as soon as I bought them all, I unlocked grinding for gear, collect 40 pieces of gear. Is 40 pieces all of the gear? I guess it is. I also noticed there were quite a few music tracks I had not unlocked yet, and since I had enough points, I went ahead and bought all that was missing. Unlocking In Sync. Collect all music tracks. Yeah, at this point, it's pretty obvious to me that there's a trophy for every collectible type. Unfortunately, we ran out of money, and so we're back to grinding training paths. With our new set of gear, we make it through all 3 difficulties for Shinobu and all 3 difficulties for Rengoku. Each Hashira is taking me roughly 20 minutes to beat. This is a stupid long grind. At least I'm trying new characters, I guess. It was still incredibly boring. Part of the reason why is the difficulty. It wasn't like the Path of the Demon Slayer where the CPU was actually challenging. This was always just stupidly easy. I like the gimmicks in this game mode. I like choosing my path, getting the buffs with optional objectives, even the collectibles you get along the way. It's pretty fun to choose your own way to the Hashira. But the CPU being so brain dead makes this the most boring game mode by far. I cleared another 4 Hashira, beating Tengen, Muichiro, Mitsuri, and Obanai, and that's when a friend of mine who also had access to the game sent me a message asking if I wanted to try the online. Desperate for a break, I immediately accepted. I made the lobby, he joined, and before the match even began, face off, play versus mode for the first time, okay. Is that an online trophy? It feels like versus mode could be anything. I bet you can get this offline as well. We played quite a few games, it was pretty fun, but then he had to go, and so back to the grind I went. Energized from this break though, I faced the final paths of this game mode with only 2 Hashira remaining. First up was Sanemi, which I cleared using Murata and Sabito, and finally Gyome, which I finished in style using Urokodaki. Oh my god, it's finally done. Tell me there's a trophy at the end of this. Oh, thank god. Imagine I did all of that for nothing. Yeah. Let's never play this again. And at this point, I was starting to struggle with what trophies could be left. Outside of the collectibles, of course. But I was just gonna save those for when the game actually comes out, since I can get money from playing online. But that's when I discovered the endurance match in the versus menu, where as soon as you start it, you get a trophy. Test your metal? Dude, I haven't even started yet, damn. Funny enough, that was the only trophy endurance mode gave me. I cleared beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Rui just killed me. I gotta start over. Oh no. As I was saying, and advanced. But by the end of it, no trophy. I did notice there were some side objectives for beating these game modes within a certain time, so that might be the thing. That said, there's also a survival game mode that also has side objectives. The final one is to defeat 50 or more opponents. I guess that's what we're doing. Whoops. Not even halfway there. Damn. A quick switch in strategy, going with Rengoku, we found Tanjiro once again at wave 21 and we had to let him know. Unfortunately, that victory was short-lived as we found another Tanjiro at wave 24. No. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. It's a new record, but I'm not even halfway there yet. Nah, we need a demon for this. It was time to bring out the top tier. We needed Susamoto for this. Problem was, I don't know how to play Susamoto. Oh, what a guard break. We're okay, though. He's out of meter. Oh, wait, why is this combo not ending? No shot. Oh, this was the worst attempt yet. I actually went into training mode to practice a new team, and I brought out Gyome with Obanai and a new set of gear that I hoped could help me. And that's when I found out, wait, what happens if I suspend the match? Your progress will be saved and you can resume later. Wait, you can cheese this. Okay, so if I don't want to take this combo damage, I can just suspend, right? And then when we come back, oh, my health is still gone. But at least I'm out of the combo now. So you can't cheese it too hard because it keeps your meter and your health. But it can definitely save you from a killing combo. Oh my god, the grab. No. That grab would have killed me. No joke. So we just resume here and look at that. We're out of the grab. This is so good. And so, armed with this new knowledge, a few close calls later, we finally got to wave 50. Let's go! That's 50 waves! Still no trophy. Maybe it's only when you finish it. I'm gonna win one more just to make sure. Okay, 51 wins. I can die in peace now. Trophy? Trophy? No trophy? For real? Aw, man. Well, at least we got a shiny new stage. That's something. I'm not gonna lie, after getting no trophy on survival, I needed to find something new to keep me motivated. And these games usually have a trophy for editing your online card, or in this case, your Slayer ID. Now, editing the ID didn't get me a trophy, but when choosing a title, I noticed this. Collect 29 types of Hinokami records. Wait, wasn't this a story mode collectible? And sure enough, I had missed 3 collectibles in story mode. There it is, bro. Look at that little text. I actually missed some. And after finding the 3 remaining collectibles, we get Hinokami Record Keeper. We are actually done with story mode. For real this time. Now, you may have noticed that as I grinded the Path of the Hashira and did the endurance game modes, I was constantly jumping from character to character. This was no accident, because I was keeping my eye on character mastery. Since everyone seemed to have some sort of reward at level 5, I was getting pretty close to getting all characters up there. So I decided to finally grind it out by sending the CPU to easy and doing versus matches that only lasted for 1 round. With this method, I quickly got... oh! Crows of a Feather? 35 characters to Mastery 5. That's so weird. 35 characters is not all the characters, but it's kind of close, I guess. I did wonder if there was another trophy for doing this with all characters. There wasn't. I guess that's it for Masteries. But doing this also gave me quite a bit of money to spend on the shop, which I spent all on the remaining frames, and that gave me Set Your Heart Aflame. Oh, someone is very proud of that one. As they should be. That said, at this point, we were getting really close to release, so I decided to put my platinum plan on pause because the game came out, and that meant I could finally take a look at the trophy list. Turns out, all I was missing was a few trophies for collectibles you can buy on the shop, as well as... that's right, defeat 100 opponents in survival. We barely got 50, but we also gave up right there because that was the last side objective for that game mode. I could not have guessed there was a trophy for 100. But now that the game was out, I did a little YouTube series where I won an online ranked match with every character. And even though that didn't give me any trophies, it did get me a lot of money, which means we could finally go into the shop and buy all the stamps for Stamp of Approval, all the decorations for Perfect Beautiful Decorations, all the quotes for Tell Me More, all the profile photos for Picture Perfect, and finally, all the voice banks for Gift of Gab. And that means we now have all the Demon Slayer 2 trophies except for one. I decided I was gonna do this live. I booted up my stream, and this stream would not end until I got the platinum. It was time to face survival. First thing I did was look at the leaderboards, and at the very top was an awakened Nezuko, and that sounded like a great idea to me. She deals a lot of damage, and she can heal since she is a demon. I equipped her with enhanced healing and augmented defense, and just went for it. Blah! And this is where the difficulty starts ramping up. What? I don't want to take this throw damage, you know? Ooh. He's dead, right? Fucking wall! Fucking wall! No! We almost sold. We almost sold that. Fuck you. No shot! Are you... what the hell? Oh, no. Nope. Roll aura formed and then parried me. I'm out of bars. I'm so out of bars. We made it to 50, but we're completely out of resources, and we don't have a ton of health. All right, we have an escape. We escape. Whoa! We are 1 hit away from dying. We cannot pause. We're not going to have the reaction to pause. We have to play this Omega safe. Oh, no. Yo, that's our previous record. We broke it. Let's go. See, this shit is not done. This shit is not done. This is not free. Please build meter. Please build meter. Boom. Nice. Oh. No. 78. 78. I have to do it all over again. This was tough. Starting over after climbing so high took some motivation. I couldn't just pick Nezuko again, I was too heartbroken, so I switched to Zohakten, but the results were nowhere close. No! I can't believe we have to start over. Fuck me, bro. Alright, Zohakten, you're done. You're done. You're done. It was clear to me that Awakened Nezuko was gonna be my best shots, but this time, I wasn't gonna go so defensive. I got rid of enhanced healing because turns out I never got the full healing effect anyway. I either had to block after boosting or the fight just ended. So instead, I went for enhanced special gauge, which gave me boost more often, and demon skill power-ups, since that's where most of Nezuko's damage comes from. And she was just melting health bars. Let's go. We baited the throw. Oh, nice. Where is he going? Where is he going? No, we're not doing that. What the fuck was that? Punish. I think she might be dead. I think we beat our record. No, what? Oh, okay, come on. Oh wait, that's the guard skill. That's unsafe. Let's go. 79. One step closer. Keep the health high. Keep the health high. That's nope. Look at how much damage the initial hit dealt. Usually that's like a pit. Let's go. Oh my god. I might be cooked. I might actually be cooked. Water Tanjiro is just killing me over and over. This Yushiro could be very free, or it could be very cookie. Yeah, okay. So far, very free. Didn't cancel that skill at all. We're just gonna cash out. And we're gonna boost, even though that gives us no healing. It puts us one combo away. Yeah, I'm scared of that. The Lady Tamayo. But I think he doesn't have any escape. Let's go to the death! 100 rounds of survival, and that also means unparalleled strength. That's the trophy, the platinum, baby. We got it. 100%! Thank you for watching this platinum journey. I've always been a bit of a completionist when it comes to anime games, so if you've watched this far, thank you for allowing me to share the journey with you. If you'd like to see more platinum trophy videos, let me know which games you'd like to see in the comments below. But for more anime games, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. Bye.